No, I jinxed you today. I was talking about you getting a Winnipegger and here.
And look what I got. That's okay.
Is this bus peppy at least?
It's not bad.
These buses are always pretty good on takeoff. Let's see if you have to back up here.
No backing up today.
I thought today I saw your bus on Transit 55. I check what you have every day. I was like, I don't have this added to the fleet yet, so I wanted to come to see you.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I always enjoy it when it comes to life.
I just may stay on for your Bridalwood trip too.
Okay, then. You let me know, Let me know.
How was your night last night?
It was okay. I ended up about 35 minutes late.
Approaching.
What?
Oh, it's just traffic.
Oh, you know what? Me and my dad got stuck in that traffic too, and I was thinking of you. I'm like, she's gonna be so late.
I was really.
Did you make up some time?
No, when I got back, I was still running about 35 minutes late. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's just
When I saw the traffic, I'm like, she's gonna be late, but what can she do, right?
there's nothing we can do. Just drive safe, right?
It's not worth putting yourself at risk. Taking this bus and getting into a crash, you know what I mean? And some drivers do that. They panic when they're late.
I don't. I've been working here long enough that I know.
To know, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot more training buses out right now, which
Yeah,
is
they want to train over 400 people by the end of the year. So, and we just had a bunch of training classes graduate too.
and you know what? When there's more drivers, that means we can have more trains sent out if it's really busy, right?
Exactly.
Have you ever been inside a steam engine before?
No, I haven't.
There's no plastic parts in them things.
No, I've not been out before. Yeah, I'm probably getting my little boy to go to sleep last night.
I was wondering, how was that?
About 12:30 when I finally got him to go to sleep, and then I had to be up at 5:30 to work.
What did you do this morning?
All Saints High School.
You've just done that recently too, right? Or was it a different All Saints? Because there's a couple of them.
Well, today I did the one that goes from Cranston and it goes down into Riverstone and comes around.
That's 860 something, isn't it?
66, yeah.
I've actually seen it. Or no, that's 869. That's All Saints that comes here, right?
Yes.
I think it may be All Saints something bridal. All Saints Centennial Bridalwood, I don't know.
And there's a lot of kids that ride those buses.
But what he does, I think he does the 869, then turns into the 14 or something.
That makes sense.
The transmission is pretty good, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Remember that bus you had the one time? I almost wanted you to get a change off. It was so bad.
Yes. Where it kept slipping.
Oh, and every time you would brake, it would be overly hard. When the retarder would kick in, the bus would jerk forward.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the U2s. If you brake on them too hard, they jerk forward. Some drivers do not know how to drive the U2s, I'll say that.
I do.
And you gotta be easier on them, especially nowadays.
Well, yeah, they're a lot older already.
And going downhill, I smell the brakes because they're braking hard, right?
Yeah.
I imagine they'll break down soon here though because it's cold, and one piece of equipment does not like the piece of equipment that does not like the cold are the U2s.
Yes.
So you were shocked when you got an SD160 that one morning.
Yes, I was.
They were brand new when you got them, eh? It was like the first consist in service or something.
Have a nice day. I was like, but I've never driven it before. Like, too bad, drive it anyway.
How did it feel when you got everything set up?
It was pretty neat. I liked it.
The SDs are the second best to the U2s.
The only ones that the last series I drove, I think, was the Series 8.
Right. They actually built them properly, not like the S200s.
Yeah.
The Series 9s are terrible.
That's the new ones with all the glass windows and everything.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
computer breaks down too much. Christina, did you know they had to send out a U2 during rush hour to replace the S200's block because it broke down? So they had to get a U2 to finish its run. And this is back when they weren't using the U2s for COVID, but they needed to send one out because of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you know what? They had to start dispatching them again fully because the U2s, if you don't use them, the parts will seize.
Yeah.
Like they were in storage for so long.
Oh, they're really old.
You're probably shocked that they're keeping them running this long.
I know.
But short trains, you gotta use them if you're short trains.
Yeah.
And if they break, right?
Exactly. Have a nice day.
Oof. I feel the transmission just slightly, but it's not even noticeable barely.
Yeah, I think I actually slid a little bit there, so the roads are a little bit icy.
The thing I always notice is the retarder on these. They're always so tight.
Yes.
Ooh, you slid.
Yep. What I said, it's pretty slippery.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day. You're welcome.
I'll give you this bus again tomorrow if you want it.
I'd be fine with that. This one's not too bad.
You said one bus you really liked in the 7900 series was 7975
Yes.
when you had it in the morning.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird being with you out of spring because I'm used to you doing south work.
Yeah, I know. But I'll probably end up doing 40 work weeks for a while and
Right, so you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Off.
yes.
But you can do weekend work if you wanted to, it's there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do double time on Fridays. So work for dispatch and then 1 day of cash work on the weekend.
Also, you're not gonna take your off time.
Only 1 day.
Yeah.
I'll still work 6 days a week.
But saying if you need that time off, you know what I mean?
I know.
It's that's your still your scheduled off days, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
So you might be out of Anderson or just spring, right? You're planning to work on Friday for spring or no?
It depends on what's available. Like I'll just put down my availability.
Yeah.
And they'll decide where I'm going to be working from. I just have to kind of leave it wide open. But the more wide open you leave it, the better amount of hours you get.
Right. So I may get you out of Vic Park one day.
Yep.
Football. You know, this is the time of the year in college ball, they have all the division championships. Yeah. I'm actually going to a dance on Saturday though.
That's nice.
At the Inglewood Hall or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's actually going to be quite a different temperature thing this weekend. It's supposed to warm up.
Oh, that's good.
Like -3.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Today's cold, but there's not a lot of wind. So
Which is nice.
I remember a couple weeks back coming out from bowling and it was so windy that it felt like -30 with the wind, even though it was only -16 with the wind chill. It was -4, but -15 with the wind chill because the wind was up.
Yeah.
I find these floors are more slippery on these buses too, because different fabric, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna miss driving these buses out of spring. They don't have these.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably have the other newer ones.
Or Nova. Did you know they moved a bunch of a good bunch of Novas up there
Oh, no, I see.
from Stony? Diesels.
Yeah.
And the one thing about those buses out of spring, you've probably driven them. They're the XD40s. That's what they call them. The transmissions are not very good in them. Just the way they're built, every time you take off, it's pretty aggressive.
Is that the one with those really funny front ends on it?
No, those are the Novas. If you go on the 20, you see a lot of them.
Oh,
They're 2013, 2014
okay.
are the years. If you get one, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're the newest new flyers we have.
Okay.
How we doing for time today?
Well, I'm on schedule so far.
You know what? The weather wasn't great yesterday either, so that always plays into traffic, right?
Yeah, well, and it's my next Cranston trip where it always gets super busy, like just the next Cranston one.
Yeah. And you know what? Everyone's out Christmas shopping,
Oh yeah.
so that's why.
Have a nice day.
You know what bus you really miss? 7801. Remember that bus when you had it?
I actually had 7,800 this morning.
You thought of me. Because that's the first 7800 right there.
Yep, that's the bus I had this morning. 7,800.
How was it?
It was a very nice bus.
Little slower because it's still got its ISC in it, and they're known to be slower than these. How was the takeoff on it?
From what I remember, it wasn't too bad, honey.
Yeah. I love the old original motor buses. We don't have a lot of Cummins ISC buses left, and that's one of them, 7800. I actually have footage of it going 100 on the highway. So you know what, not next Friday, your Friday work, you could be doing the 153 all day out of Anderson.
Oh, I could be doing anything.
Express.
Yep.
This is the one part I don't enjoy, is these lights.
Oh, I know. It takes forever to get through here.
Was every light red when you were super late yesterday?
Every light I got, yes.
Well, if it wasn't red, you could maybe make up at least 10 minutes.
Yep, but that doesn't happen very often where I get right back.
I find these ones are worse than the ones in Shovel there. Oh, that's gonna be fun. You know, when you finish your sign up, getting through there is gonna be even worse in the next week. Because everyone will be finishing up Christmas shopping.
Oh, yes.
Phew, she's slippy today.
Yeah, some of the intersections are pretty bad.
Mind you, it's all iced over because it's been so cold, right?
Yes.
Like this morning, it was almost minus 40 with the wind chill.
Yep.
What was it, minus 36 or something?
Something like that, yep.
You must have had the heaters cranked.
I did.
This thing has no problem getting up to 60, I tell ya.
No, it's fast.
Not last Monday, but I think it might have been a couple Mondays ago. Where were you? You
Last Monday I wasn't here.
yeah, oh, when was it?
I was off for a week straight.
Right. Right.
I didn't end.
It's always spare board that takes your work a lot of the time. You don't have a lot of weekly bids that come in and do your work.
Yeah.
And the spare board guys on your key get relieved at different times.
Yes, they do.
I'm curious to see what the 14 changes will be, if they added more time or...
Well, I sure hope they did. Times on right now are terrible.
Like, when we get there, you have to go pretty much.
Yes. Does anybody else want to stop? No?
You gotta physically open the door because...
Yeah, because there's no bell. If you want to stop, guys, before the hospital, let me know, please.
Man, you're gonna get your exercise because you said there's lots of stairs at Spring. So to get your bus every morning, you're gonna get your exercise.
Just go around the apartment building and then I stop right out front. This is how we rent.
imagine going up that hill today is gonna be slippy for you. But when a big snowstorm hits, it's terrible. Cold, right? Oh, you actually had a minute, right?
Before I came to work.
Yeah. What time do you normally leave?
I usually finish my first piece about 9:15, 9:30. And then I start again at 12:09 at Somerset.
Yeah, and then you leave at going to Bridlewood, right?
Yes.
But sometimes they get you on work where you start at 5 in the morning and don't end until you had a couple times where you go from work to your own work, right?
Yes. This morning wasn't too bad. I only had to work until about 9:30.
But sometimes they have you on from 7:30 till like 11:30, then you wait to do your own work.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't get to go home.
Yeah. Lately I've been going home a lot at all.
What are you doing tomorrow morning?
I won't know until 5:30.
Oh, they need you though, right?
Yes. Yeah, and I'll definitely get some overtime, but I still won't know what it is till after 5 minutes. They don't tell us our new work until like the next day's work.
So you're kind of on spare board every morning.
Yes.
Except you've been working out of Anderson mostly.
Yes.
But sometimes you're getting Anderson work, but it's really spring work. They just have you take a bus from Anderson.
Yep, that happens too.
VP is having shortages too.
Well, hopefully all these new drivers are training for it.
Because so many retired, you know.
Yes. Retired, and then a lot of people were laid off during COVID.
And they didn't want to come back because they already had another job.
I feel spoiled today. I went out for breakfast with my parents this morning.
Pardon?
I
Sorry?
went out for breakfast with my parents this morning.
Yeah.
The IHOP.
Oh, so you've been really hungry today.
Yeah, it's just very odd for me because I don't eat a lot.
It's the cold weather. The cold weather affects my appetite. I eat so much when it's cold. In the summer, it's different though.
You don't eat very much.
I can't, you know. What were you gonna say?
I said in the summer you don't eat a lot because it's too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one day I got too much sun that I overheated too much. We all have done that. Sometimes you beat them when they get out, sometimes not. They don't have school runs for this one.
No.
The junior high is the main and high school, right?
Yes. Some elementary schools, but not very many. Elementary is mostly done by like yellow school buses.
You miss driving the yellow buses?
No. I don't. Honestly, I don't think those guys are paid enough money to do all the stuff that they have to do.
And it's not even just that, it's the field trip charters too, right?
Yeah.
Even in the summertime, I get picked up at summer camp when we're going somewhere. Big yellow bus every day, so they need to get more money for that too, going to summer camps and doing charters, right? And a lot of the drivers I got over the years for those, they're very good.
I just don't think they're paid enough money for all the like they have to fuel their buses, they have to clean their buses.
And it's not even just that. What if something breaks down? And it has. I've seen it, right?
Exactly.
And like sometimes they have to retire that bus because they don't have money for the parts. I've seen them having to take buses off the road because they're either retiring them or waiting to be fixed. But they don't have enough money, right? Mind you, if there's not enough buses on the road, they get affected, and all the students.
Now, Cranston actually gets quite a bit more road. School run wise, and there's school buses are having big problems.
And I imagine you had an old diesel bus break down on you, eh? The yellow buses.
Oh yeah.
Where's the kiddo and his dad today? That normally.
Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not.
It
That's
did.
actually his grandpa.
Oh,
Yeah.
his grandpa probably picks him up sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes mom and dad can watch.
Right. Have fun going to Cranston with all this traffic.
Oh, gee, thanks.
It was terrible yesterday, and it hasn't been that bad until yesterday.
Yeah.
How was your load yesterday?
I was full. I had a full bus. But my brother, it hasn't been too bad. Like going west has been good. It's just the
They need an Arctic before you.
yeah.
I am, I think. Yep.
Just making sure.
Man, this thing just goes.
Oh yeah, it's a good
You
ride.
said it was alright on takeoff, but I'm impressed with the way it rides.
Yeah, it's
This is probably one of the smoother Winnipeg style buses I've been on, actually.
me too.
Well, no power door, but
But not too bad.
now that you mention it, this is probably one of my favorite Winnipeggers. It's just a really good bus.
Yeah, it is.
And the retarder's a little choppy, but even that's not too bad.
No, it's good.
Do you think you can find anything to critique about this bus?
Just the only thing that I would want, the power door. But other than
The
that,
power door, of course. Yeah.
it's a pretty good bus for sure.
It seems like they've worked on it. That intersection is awful. Holy crap. With the ice.
I was sad. I stopped at Starbucks and got coffee.
I love their hot chocolate. In the Christmas season, probably in a week, I spend about $10-15 just in hot chocolate.
I tried something new today. I tried their salted caramel.
But you know what I get? I get it extra hot
Yeah.
with a stir stick.
Okay.
And they do it, holy. When they give it to you and you ask for extra hot, that's why they have, what is it? The cardboard thing around the,
Yeah, the ring thing that holds
yeah,
it.
so you don't burn your hands off.
Yeah.
I spilt hot chocolate on me once.
Oh no. I'm more of a cold, like I like cold coffee.
But if I'm like freezing, I like a hot chocolate to warm me up. You're gonna get jealous. We have bought hot chocolate at the house.
Oh yeah.
Just bought from Dollarama for powdered stuff. It's actually pretty good.
The carnation, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Get it at Dollarama at a great price.
Yeah. Carnation, it's probably my favorite hot chocolate.
What box?
It's red, right?
It's a red box.
Yeah, that's carnation honey.
That's why it's so tasty.
Yeah.
That's the best boxed hot chocolate there is out there, in my opinion.
I agree.
Sometimes I have an extra cup when I shouldn't, but it's so good, right, that I have 2 cups.
I like hot chocolate.
But I find if I have it too late, it'll keep me up.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's loaded with sugar, right?
Not just that. It's not the sugar that's the issue for me. It's the caffeine, too.
Oh, okay.
But I find coffee's worse for caffeine. Or would they be about the same?
I drink way too much coffee.
So, I can't ask you your opinion because you're a coffee drinker.
Yeah, I
Well-
drink a lot of coffee.
Well, if it gets you up in the morning and gets you going, then That's the main thing.
I guess I'm not too bad. I probably drink 2 to 3 cups a day, but it's terrible. But
Not great, but could be worse. My grandpa did 4.
oh yeah, there's lots of people that's all they drink.
He was a black coffee drinker. He loved black coffee.
I can't drink black coffee. Yeah. Have a nice day. I have to have cream and tea.
Else it's too strong for you.
Yes.
Oof. These major intersections today are just icy.
Yeah, they are.
Mind you, the buses don't have winter tires, so that doesn't help.
Have a nice day. It'll show.
Christina, Peter might be on vacation too, you know.
Yeah, he might be, hon. I haven't seen him today, that's for sure.
Oh, do you normally wave?